Hi everybody, welcome back to, sorry that noise, welcome back to Rusty Gear Season 3 Episode 67 with me, Sid, and I have just been making use of my own shop actually. I'm down here picking up a few bits and pieces to decorate our place, our home, our base. So last episode we sorted out the chemical storage, which was probably not the most interesting of things to build. You know, it was basically a room with a whole load of barrels in them. But yeah, we'll fly. Whoa, notice I'm in speed mode. But it needed doing because we got an awful lot of different powders and dusts and things that all needed to be sorted out. So the plan this episode is to get the final areas of my base that are not currently decorated. That means let's just come down here, and that means as we come in, you know, this is all this is fine. I mean, I could put a few crates or stuff out here just for storage, but it doesn't really need a lot. But this entrance hall really does need something going on because it's just absolutely chocker full of everything. You know, I made a little brolly rack there, you know, but other than that, that's all there is in here. And then this area, you know, that dilute siderite can probably do with going back over there, or actually going over to the ceramics place. This bit is more or less done. I don't want those there. I want those, I want those somewhere else, probably around here. And all of these tools and weapons need to come off, and that needs to go away, and the machine box needs a home, and my daily carry normally sits on my back, of course, but basically all of this stuff needs to get sorted. But also we have this space up here. Now we've got a little bit of tapestry work going on, a little bit of decoration, but really not very much in this space. None in this space at all. And I have got a plan for this little bit, and then none here. So let's just close that so it's all nice. So that is the plan. Now, to assist me in that, I have been and grabbed a whole load of stuff. And I think the first thing we're going to deal with is going to be this section up here, which I shall also close the door on. So if I were to, I've got 5. No, that's not how. Yeah, the walls there. Walls are going some. Right. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I thought this area would make a potentially good banqueting space. And there are a number of things we can obviously do to work within that. The armour's for the armoury, of course, but we can get seating at either end as well. So that's that. Downstairs, we do need some kind of, I mean, you wouldn't want to eat up there all the time. You've got your kitchen there. This kind of seems to be a sensible location to put yourself a place to eat. So that's another kind of bit done. We could turn that around, but yeah. The swings and roundabouts sometimes you're looking at these things going, what's the right thing? Now we've already got a chandelier in there, so I don't need to worry about that. I could swap this out for a chandelier, but for that I'm going to need some need some more candles. That's what I'm going to need, and I think it's, is it 8? I think it's 8 she puts on there. Don't know whether I've got any. Nothing in there. I know where I will have some though, and that's in the B section. So trying to concentrate on being a good boy and walking a lot more, because season 4 is not that far away. Now I realise it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I realise it's actually further than a while. I mean, I still think, when is this coming out? 23rd of August. I still think we've got all of September, probably all of October to do. So, you know, probably another 16 episodes or more of this series before we move to season 4. But season 4, the change of season is of course going to be a significant culture shock. I would also like to drop these down a bit, maybe with our, I'd like to drop this one down one as well. Maybe I should do that. I just think they look a little bit out of place up there. So let's, he says, talking about flying everywhere, and then he goes and does this. So maybe I need to go and borrow myself a little bit of my chain, but actually I've got the templates downstairs. Oh, I should have the templates downstairs. If I don't, there's something very wrong. I think I would like some slate rock. I think that's probably the closest match. Yeah, I kind of go with that. Possibly a chert might be a... So if I take you and put you down like that, and then I take you and go 1, 2, 3, and then I grab Pantigraph. I'm inclined to do something slightly different with this. Let me go and let's change you into that structure, I think, and then that we'll take and put away. And then we should be able to, well, let's try it with, how many have I actually got? 3. I actually need one more, don't I? Let's do this one. It's there with that. Is that a bit low? I mean, this room is 4 high. This one is 4 high. If this is a bit low there, it will be a bit low. Let me just try it. No, I actually think that's better. I do think that brings that into the limelight a little bit, and you wouldn't have it that close to the ceiling anyway. Right, I need one more piece of slate then, don't I? Slate. Yeah, so we are getting, I think, very close to the change of the season. I also need my pantograph again. Which of course means, you know, well, back to basics for at least a week or two. I mean, it's going to take that long for Punk to get a steel made, isn't it? I'm only half joking. I think the only thing that slowed Punk down this time was his moving house and moving shop and doing all sorts of things. Otherwise, things. But you know, between Punk and 8 Digit and no one, that we'll have steel within a week or two of start of a new season. That's just, and when you think about it, that's insane. But that's also the benefit of. Let me do you there again. Boop. Yeah, I do like those hanging down further. I think that really does work much better. Boop, boop, boop. Where's the rest of my candles? Gimme. Works much better. It's a much more sensible design. I mean, it would make more sense if I could have a half block, but that is just not a feasible option. Right, now then I did bring some tapestries. So the tapestries I brought, there's a couple of 4x4. Now let's have a look how big this room is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Helps you can count 3, 6, 9. So if I were to do a 4 and a 4, so I mean, they're not exactly shit, you know, these tapestries are not always the most cheerful in things. This is obviously the schematic for a, I would say, for a bell and possibly a Sawblade Locust. Cheerful things that you would have on your wall, you know, or not, as the case may be. So, and then we've got another 4, we can put that up and that will decorate this end. So yeah, as part of my kind of preparation for what is almost certainly going to be the or will be the end of the season sooner rather than later, I'm looking at that thinking that must be, what is that? I mean, I don't see anything in the game that resembles that, other than maybe a drifter, but a drifter is largely bipedal. Doesn't really fit for my liking. Right, so I'm going to take a splash of colour around the place, so we'll do this as well. This obviously is going to be a dining room, so boop, boop, and boop. Looks quite nice. I mean, I'm very tempted to make that double height actually. It's going to be difficult to do on this wall, but that's fine. We can put them elsewhere. I'm going to probably go back and grab a few more of these centre bits, I think. What else? Probably want some sideboards around the place, pictures maybe. Although pictures are going to be awkward. I suppose we could get one of these. See, I don't like that because it doesn't really. It's and that's going to be too close. Maybe we just put the picture away for now. But we can have a rug. That's always a bonus. Like that, bit of a doormat. In fact, we should probably have one here as well. If I haven't got one over there, we can probably get away with actually I've got a better one for there. Let's have a look downstairs. So I've still got 3 of these. Can I get away with 2? No, I can't really, can I? That's annoying. We'll pop that away in there for now. I still have got other stuff in here as well. You know, we've got bits and pieces that I've been collecting all over the shop. Not literally over the shop, but all over the place. There's, you know, that all of this needs a home, or at least a chest in a storage system somewhere. We can pop some flowers and stuff around as well. Let me just go and grab some more tapestry and I'll be back in a second. Okay, I've thrown a few bits and pieces down, a few things. We've got that, we've got these either side of this alcove, a little bit of decoration, just really minor stuff, you know, nothing over the top. Now this area here is still a bit bare, it does need something, but I'll come back to that once we've got the entrance hole done. This area could possibly do with a big rug or something, but we don't have big rugs, so, you know, unless I chisel something, which I could do, it just seems an awful lot of work. That's possibly an area that we need to look further into. However, I need to start putting away some stuff, because I've got a whole load of things here, like this special block here. This block is good, by the way, because it's an invisible barrier block. I don't know what it is. It's supposed to be clutter, so I suspect it's a glitched block. If I had more of them, I'd use them for something, I'm sure, but I don't, so I won't. Have we got any other thing that goes into the blocks element of things here? I'm just basically going to sit there and say, right, what can we get and put away into storage? Like, for example, those. I suppose that technically is actually a wooden item though, isn't it? So that can go into lighting. That can all go into valuables in a minute. So yeah, I just basically got a little bit of housekeeping to do before we move on and get all of this moved out, I suppose, is the aim of the game. Yeah, there's a lot of housekeeping to do actually, looking at this lot. So I am going to go and put all of this stuff, I mean, that technically, is it wood or wallpaper? Is it a miscellaneous block or is it a wood block? I don't know. We'll stick those away somewhere though. Yeah, stuff to put away, and I actually do need some storage for miscellaneous. Hello. No, that is not a thing. No, neither is that. That's got its own place. Those go in there. So yeah, just a little bit of storage and a bit of putting stuff in the right locations, I think. And I'll be back with the moon. Okay, we're steadily making progress. We're down to this pile of garbage in here. We've got these things, bits and pieces. We've got the tools. I've taken a lot of the weaponry through. I have moved a lot of the chests in here. Wooden items, miscellaneous logs and planks. Nothing there, nothing there. Ceramics, these are empty. I've also created these into recreated these as sortable chests, which is as simple as doing this. Had I... No, okay. Doesn't matter. It's as simple as doing that anyway. And I've also now done a little bit of chiseling. So the armory, which I think I'm going to have to expand, if I'm brutally honest with myself. For armour, we're fine. We've got these, we've got plenty of space, we've got all of this. For weapons, we are not quite so hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me get some of these down. We're going to try and create some racking for our weapons. Which, that went one too far. Now this is going to be interesting because this doesn't actually work very easily. And also I'm going to need more timber, aren't I? By 2. So what I've got is I've got a footing piece here. This is, in fact, this can actually just go in place of one of those because this doesn't have to be positioned like that. Let me rotate you and let me pantograph you. and then we're going to put you in all of those positions like that, and then we're going to do a bit of rotating. So it is that way around. And that's good. And then what I've got is I've got these two items. Now these two items are, if I can get them to line up, are the top halves of this, but I need slightly more because I'm going to have, these are going to go too high. And they're going to have the tool racks on them. So for example there, and there. Now the problem is I can't place the tool racks on a chiseled block, but I can place them on a solid block and then chisel it. And then that opens me up to having a proper tool rack with weapons stashed on it, and we can do another layer up, double that up, double on both sides, and I think that will probably work quite well. So I'm going to go and grab myself some more oak, some more tool rackage, and let's see where that takes me. I also probably need to eat because my hunger is not brilliant. Where's my bowl gone again? Interestingly, the ruin pieces, this kind of tool rack, I can place on a non-solid block. So go figure. Huh? But I'll probably use that for tools as well, and I may put some of those down in here. Or should I just put them on the walls? I mean, I haven't got a vast amount of tools. That these walls might be more than adequate for that. We'll see. But I do need more tool racks. I need more oak, and then I need to also go back to spawn to pick up a whole load of my my weapons from there, because I've got a whole stash of stuff over at spawn. That should be oak. Let's go in here and yeah, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, getting there. I've got spare chests in here as well, so miscellaneous stuff that's going to fill rapidly, but I have got this extra chest over here which I should, while it's empty, I should upgrade that to a sortable. Yeah, machine boxes moved in here, my build boxes there, everything. Moved these down, moved that across from the hallway. Everything is starting to look good. Now in here I've got a range of tool racks which I'm going to populate. They kind of fill this space nicely actually, so I'm happy with that. The important thing to remember when using the exploit where things go, these will only go on a solid block, so you can only place them on a solid block. When you chisel them, you can rotate the chisel block, but you cannot chisel the chisel block. If you chisel it, you're in trouble. I couldn't do the cross shape either, so I've done this for now. I may build myself a proper armory off of there, see how we go. Obviously this late in the season it may just be a vanity project, so that's where we are with all of that, and that just leaves decorating this area really. And I am kind of a little bit limited, but I thought what we'd do is throw one of those down there as if one of the soups was in use, and then I've got another one of these. This is the broken version of that, so I have no idea why I've got them in this area. It really doesn't matter. And then what we can do here is we'll get a couple of those. We'll, I don't know, out here we can place 2 of those. We can take those blocks out and put these blocks in just to give us a little feeling of a space. You know, it doesn't have to make a great deal of sense. Sense is, you know, things making sense is always good, but you have to remember that ultimately you're aiming for things that just feel right. So you got, see, for example, that's like that now. What I'm actually inclined to do is go back and get one of those blocks and move that centre bookcase what have I got? Yeah, just a bit of sandstone will do nicely, thank you. So we'll take you out of there, we'll take you out of there, we'll pop you in there, pop you in there, that can go there, looks good. We'll take a small pile of books to go in front of that. I have got a tapestry which we can use. Doesn't really work anywhere, does it? But we'll go there. That's wrong. There, we've got one of these banners left, which we can do on this side, I suppose. Helps if you get the right bit. So like that. Like that. Starting to feel a little bit more lived in. I'm out of tables, but I've got some of these, so we could put one of these. Not like that. Well, I suppose it could work like that. It just doesn't really seem to. Doesn't seem right to me, though. We've still got one of these tables as well, which we could pop in here. That'll do. Let's stick one of those down on that, I think. Getting bored, and we can. Yeah, I've got this kiddie's toy which we can just throw it down. It's just a thing. Stick a decorative jar there. These can go in my ceramics thing for now. Pardon me. A little bit more glassware, so that can go on there. Could stick some there as well, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's just clutter. It's actually called clutter. So let's clutter. You know what I mean? It is, after all, what it's for. No, other side. Like that. That works. And then we got a couple of paintings up there. Anything else? Yeah, we've got these carpets. They can just go down like that. So we've got doormats, which gives me the answer to that one. And while we're at it, let's get a doormat on the kitchen door as well. We don't want people trailing in muck, you know. Still need to actually do something with this little bit up here. I've got a carpet. Okay, let's see what we can do with that as well while we're at it. But we're getting there. This is almost, I mean, this I think is fine as is. That now looks to me very much complete. We can take a table for upstairs, that will work. Grab a couple of pictures. Brazier. One of those. Have I got any more tables? I bet I haven't, have I? I've got that table, so we can put that on that table. That's fine. Yeah, we'll have a little decoration of one of those on the wall as well. That will do. And I think that will mean that essentially this area will be complete. Stick the music box on the table. Picture there. Picture there like so. We'll stick you down there to give cow's head there. Oh, that's miscellaneous. I'm carrying around a spare backpack. But I think that is that. I need to go and grab my the rest of my weaponry from spawn, because I've got a fair bit stashed in my old shop, which effectively kind of doubled as my starter base for a while. Plus I've got a fair bit stashed in my house as well, so let me go and grab that and get that populated, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, and that is that. I think that can be my screenshot. But if we come through here, we've got all of our tool racks. I've got a whole load of tools on them now. All of the weaponry that I possess, good and crap, is in here on this racking. I've got my recurve bow there, which I never really got into. I've not found, even though my range damage is so much greater than it should be, I never really got into it. But there you go, armory. So I think on the face of it, now bear in mind there's a block here which I was going to go and put some greenhouses up on the top of the hill there. I don't see much point. And we've got expansion room over here, and you know, there's plenty of possibilities for further expansion, lots of possibilities. However, I would like to turn my attention to spawn for a while and looking at the castle. So we're probably going to start looking at that next episode, and I may try and get a few of the other gears involved with that build. I know that was Per's intention, was to try and make it a community build where we all build the castle together. I don't know how well that's going to work with our schedules and you know, the general tail off of activity that you get any time late in a season. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.